Greetings and salutations and welcome to another retro unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at the expansions for Dungeon Saga, and this is Dungeon Saga. This was a Kickstarter back in 2014 by Mantic Games. It raised over $1 million, and this is back in the days when $1 million mark on a Kickstarter for a tabletop game was unheard of. This allowed Mantic to produce a number of expansions. Now, I didn't jump on the Kickstarter and immediately regretted it about 3 weeks after the Kickstarter finished, but it is a dungeon crawl game. It's a variant, an upgrade of the old Mantic Dwarf King's Hold, possibly. So, a few years later I picked this up because I fancied a bit of dungeon crawling, done nothing with it. I also picked up the Adventurer's Companion, which was allows you to make your own characters, and they've got uncharted dungeons where it's randomly drawn, and a few extra bits and pieces in there, some more cards. These are quite chunky. I recently stumbled across online a sale from a local company. I shall put the details in the description, and they were having a bit of a clearance, and I managed to pick up an expansion. This has got dust on it, so I should imagine it's been around, sitting around in the back of a shop somewhere, forgotten about. I didn't pick up one, I picked up another expansion. Again, you can still see it's covered there. And another expansion. And the fourth smaller expansion, which I believe is for the internal crypts. What I'm going to do is we're going to just unbox these. I'm going to break it down over 3 separate videos because otherwise it's going to be a bit long. Just to give you a rough idea, these retail for around £65 each, and I managed to get them at about 40% recommended retail price. So yeah, so we'll start with the biggest one, and I shall be right back. Start off with the Tyrants of Halpi. I'm going to butcher this. Dungeon Saga. Let's zoom out a little bit. Dungeon Saga expansion. As you can see, it's still sealed up, so we'll crack this shiny plastic off. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see what's going on. Retro unboxing, a new unboxing of an old game. It's not particularly heavy. That's the back of the box. Looks to be like a big dragon in there. I'm going to butcher some of this up. So this expansion box set contains the Tyrant of Halpi, or Halpi, quest book with all new scenarios, Iberim and allied miniatures, and 4 hero cards. Oh god, Kararoth dragon miniature and boss card, new dungeon tiles, spells and locations, cards to support the Invisible Overlord and Uncharted Dungeon play modes. Invisible Overlord and Uncharted Dungeons is part of the Adventurer's Companion set. So, bit of a dent in the corner there. Just zoom in so you can have a look at what we expect to find. There's the contents of the box. There's the dragon and some heroes. Go back out a bit. So you need Ancient Elfin Crown. You need to prize the ancient crown from the dragon's drawers. Okay, so one of the key features of Dungeon Saga was the box. Not the out sleeve box, the box. Looks very much like a big tome. You can put that on your bookshelf. And it's magnetic. The lid on that's magnetic. So you store all your bits and pieces in there. So there's a filler. Some minis. There's a big mini. Some more filler. And loads of cards. Right, so cards. What can I say? These games come with a multiple of cards. They always have done, always will do. It's not just Dungeon Saga. All board games these days seem to have a lot of cards. Let's crack open this big pile here. So let's put that on one side, let's have a look. We have, oh, we'll do 4 hero cards, a human wizard. This is a tracker for health and the like, or if they're injured. They do have a legendary side, so we have a human wizard, a halfling thief, a human paladin. That's possibly one of the new models in the box. Now the halfling thief looks to be a new one as well. Oh, this is Ali, and this is Brebraham. It's a paladin. Again, we go there, and then we've got the dwarf warrior from the original game. So 2 of those are from the original game and 2 new ones. We also have the Overlords. And the Overlord is the player who controls the minions in the dungeon, does the rules. This is for the dragon. That's quite a meaty sheet. Dragon doesn't have a legendary side. We have the quest book. Now the quest book is coming in at 24 pages, and it is colour glass all the way through. There are some new adventures in there. Obviously you would need the original Dungeon Saga game to play this, because most of the rules are in that. But we have some optional rules, campaign goals, experience and the like here at the back, and then adventures, adventure 6, Terror to Behold, where it looks pretty much like you just, that's where the dragon is, and you've got some minions going to come on, arena style. And then we have the dungeon tiles. Again, if you're ever old enough, like myself, to remember the Dwarf King's Hold, or whatever it was when it came out, the dungeon tiles were pretty crap. I've got to be honest, they were really thin. These are not as thick as some games, but they're a lot thicker, and the finish is definitely a lot better. The artwork on these are great. There's a pool of water there and some skeletons sitting around it. There's a Templar shield. These are double-sided again. So there's a few of those to add. Also tokens. If you can see that, that's lock picking, ball tiles. We might no promises. Make a video where we make our own tiles for this to give it a bit more of a 3D effect. And then this obviously is where the dungeon, the dragon lives. It's all full of gold, and there's gold chests on there, and then that side. So that's the contents and of the paper and card that's in the box. It's going to look excellent on my shelf. Can't wait for that. Let's have a look at the minis. Let's move that guy away because it's going to take a bit more to look at. Let's move the camera in. So again, these minis are for the game, but I do believe that they can be used in Mantic's mass tabletop fantasy battle game, Kings of War, and they are already built, pre-built. They're not as bad as some of the Mantic minis in the past. Let's see, here's the Paladin. It's got a bit of a foot going on it, a bit of hot water to sort that out and re-glue him. Do like the bases. There's the Paladin. And good God, someone else is going to have to paint this one for me. And there's the Halfling alley. Again, these are all one piece. These are ready to play out the box. Unlike the dragon is going to take a bit of work. So this is the dragon, the main body of. Oh, I might have to zoom out now. That's quite a chunky mini. That's the wings. Let's put these on. So I've only been building models for 40 years. You'd think I'd be able to figure this one out. Go in there as well. Not as snug as I would like them to be, but you can see it is a tabletop game. So a little bit of effort needed there before you can play it straight out the box. And just to give you a rough idea, if I can do this, trying to hold the arms in. That's your 28mm, there goes an arm or a wing. And that's the size of the dragon. Which is pretty cool. You could use that in D&D or every fantasy role-playing game. So yeah, the actual sculpt on this dragon, we can't come in a bit more. It's quite detailed. It's part assembly here. You can see a join line. But it is for a board game. It's not, not a showcase piece. The base is a little bit warped. We'll soon sort that out with a bit of hot water. Yeah, very good. I'm looking forward to opening up the rest of the Dungeon Saga boxes. This, however, it's going to take a bit of me sorting out before we can sit down and play it. Might even paint them. I don't know. Doubt it. You know what I'm like. So that is Dungeon Saga by Mantic Games. Zoom out. Expansion, the Tyrant of Halpi or Halpi. The next video I shall be looking at, which one shall we do next? Well, the Warlords of Galahad. I think I pronounced that right. Don't know, don't really care. But That'll be the next one. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this retro unboxing, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't, if you can give us a thumbs down and maybe post some comments with what you would like to see, we shall endeavour to improve upon that. If you could hit the subscribe button. Looking at our stats, only 10% of our views come from subscribers. So the more we can get signed up to the subscription, the more we can start doing some unboxings and expand a little bit. And if you want notifications of when new videos are posted, click the little bell next to the subscription button. But until next time, this is John signing off.
This is a House of Chaos production. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Production. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.